great sound. And then to finish off with, there's an array of lovely theatre sounds. But I'm going to leave them for somebody else because they're very special on theatre organ. So it's a special treat for you right at the end. So there we are. That's the automatic organ section. And as you can see, it really provides most of the sounds that most people want to play. It's great for people that play bass pedals, but it's equally good if you don't want to play bass pedals, because just the one MFC button converts it to auto bass. I'm going to go on now to the next section, which is the rhythm section, and another setup section called the automatic setup. And this section is primarily for people that don't play the pedals. So I'm going to go on to that now. The next section I'm coming on to is the rhythm section of the instrument. And that couples in with a section called the automatic setup, which will set the whole instrument up based on the type of rhythm or drum style that you select. Now there's lots of settings in there, but there's only 16 buttons. So how does it work? Well, if we take the first button here, it has waltz written underneath it. And if we select that button, we have waltz come up in the screen. If we go along to the button further along with quick step written underneath it, we have quick step come up in the screen. The one with swing underneath it has slow swing in the screen. If I press two buttons together, I get two lights light up, and between the two lights is the word foxtrot, and that's the rhythm that I've got, the foxtrot. Now automatic setup sets the whole organ up for the sound of a foxtrot. There's actually three foxtrots on it. There's the A foxtrot, which is in the style bank A button, the B foxtrot, which is called the Vox swing, and the C foxtrot, which is called the Euro fox. Let's give them a bit of a listen. The standard foxtrot, as soon as I start playing, will play me in with a lovely introduction. Isn't that lovely? Now you may have noticed while I was playing, the accompaniment gradually increased, and that's because I pressed the fill in 2 button. There's actually 3 levels of accompaniment. The first, which is simple, the second adds a bit more, and the third adds a bit more. I can manually alter those variations, or I can use the fill in 2 to increment them. Let's go on to the next foxtrot. It's called the Vox swing. It's another great foxtrot. Let's try something different. There's a theatre organ one here. Now, theatre organ is not normally a style. We've left a little bit of rhythm in because it helps you keep the time. But if you want to, you could just cut the drums out, and by reducing the volume of the drums, which is just above the rhythm section, so that you have no drums at all. But I'm going to leave them back in again because it's easier to keep time with a little bit of drum in the background. And I don't think it detracts too much from the real theatre sound for me to worry about. Next one along in the theatre section, the B bank, we've got a lovely theatre 2/4 march. Let's go to a big band section. Let's go to the big band, and in the A bank we've got the classic Glenn Miller big band sound. There's another one in that slow big band section called the mute band, and that's a really great big band sound as well. This time using some of the muted brass in with the accompaniment and some of the solo sounds. Super sound. Really great big band introduction.